Welcome back to this special On the Ranch edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen, as we hear from cattle producers and experts with Dow AgriSciences about the value of grass and forage resources. Joining us now is Glenn Rowe, a cattleman from south central Iowa. Glenn, welcome to Florida. It's a little different than up in Iowa here, isn't it?
That's right, it is. A lot of green grass, clean and nice. It's so level here and everything. It's surprising this late in March how nice it looks.
Absolutely. And Glenn, before we go much further, I want to give folks a closer look at your own operation back in Iowa. Glenn and his wife Bev were regional winners of the Environmental Stewardship Award in 2015. Let's take a look at how they care for their ranch.
A sea of grass covers the hills on the Rowe Ranch in southern Iowa. Here, the grass and the Angus cattle are thriving as a result of the hard work of Glenn and Bev Rowe, who built this operation together.
We first started this ranch down here, bought it in 1997. Originally bought 427 acres, and since then we've expanded to about 1,000 acres.
We're in good old Iowa tall grass hill country, and lots of grass out here this year because we've had a lot of rain.
We're in basically southern Iowa, right on the Madison-Union County line. It's rolling to gently sloping land, very marginal crop ground, good pasture ground, good hay ground. That's what we aim to do with it. It's mostly have hay and pasture use for it.
For nearly 3 decades, Glenn and Bev worked their 4th-generation family farm and feedlot in Dallas County, about 50 miles to the north. But as their sons returned home to take over the original family farm, Glenn and Bev founded this new cow-calf operation on land that was in dire need of attention.
There were a lot of cedar trees out here, a lot of junk trees, and we've cleared it and we've seeded, and the natural grasses or native grasses have come up through the seeding and stuff, and it's made a lot more pasture land for the cows out here.
When we bought the land, most of it was overrun with thistles and locust trees, cedar trees, very little grass on it. What grass there was fescue and everything. Part of it had been farmed for a year, had soybean stubble, which didn't amount to too much, and it actually made it a little easier to put new seed in. But it was a challenge. It's a challenge every day.
Glenn and Bev have met those challenges with action. They've been aggressive in spraying to eliminate thistles and other weeds in their pastures. They've continually reseeded to improve their grasses, and they've implemented a rotational grazing program managed with solar-powered electric fencing.
Our rotational grazing, I think, is just a tremendous benefit to the forage production of this part of the country because of the availability of something new for these cattle rather than be turned out in the whole pasture. Seeing the cows on green grass and fat and slick, green grass, fat cows, I mean, it just doesn't get any better. It just makes my heart smile.